You don't need to be an economist to know that there has been a dramatic plunge in the value of real estate. Yet, in one of our largest cities, decent, affordable housing still remains beyond the reach of many families because speculators with deep pockets often snatch up the best properties. The New York City Acquisition Fund was created to address that problem. The goal was straightforward: create or preserve 30,000 units of affordable housing. The fund accomplishes this by providing low-interest capital to qualified borrowers, and it can move quickly, allowing affordable housing developers to compete in a system that often puts low-income families out on the street. America is paying the price for investment schemes devised by unscrupulous financiers intent on lining their own pockets. But the New York City Acquisition Fund is a reminder that innovative financial thinking can still be used to make life better for thousands of citizens looking for a decent place to live.
The New York City Acquisition Fund was created to bring more housing to more people in more neighborhoods in New York City.
New York is a city of neighborhoods, and here we are in one of the most famous, the Bronx. Here in the Bronx, 30 years ago, literally neighborhoods lost 75% of their population in just 10 years. We worked hard with our partners, nonprofits and others, to bring these neighborhoods back. In fact, we were so successful that today we're victims of our own success. We now have for-profit developers coming in to try to develop market rate, even luxury housing in neighborhoods like the Bronx. And the Acquisition Fund is a way to help our traditional partners compete in this hot market.
People really want to stay in this neighborhood because it's a very quiet neighborhood, very family-oriented. You have a nice park at the end of the street. You have the reservoir right here where people can go running and walk their dogs. Well, my family is involved with this building for many years. My grandfather owned it, my father, my brother and I then ran it. Now that the building is so old, it does need substantial renovations. Things like electrical needs to be upgraded, the plumbing, the roof.
Here we are in a typical unrenovated apartment at 2825 Webb Avenue. Plastered walls with cracks in it. Okay, here you see the old-fashioned dumbwaiters that were in an apartment that used to have a hoist and for bringing stuff up and down. They're obsolete now. We'll be removing them.
And it would be very difficult for us to do these things without taking out a large construction loan. And then to be able to run the building and pay for the loan, it would be necessary for us to raise the rent substantially on people. So we decided that we were going to sell the building.
Buildings like this come on the market and they get snapped up very quickly by for-profit developers with very deep pockets.
The West Side Bronx project, developed by Ford and Bedford, involved the acquisition of 6 buildings in the Northwest Bronx. Ford and Bedford is a well-established affordable housing developer.
We're a community-based organization that works to preserve and develop housing that's affordable for area residents.
And we wanted to work with them as well as the city to keep those properties affordable for the residents who live there well into the future.
When John came in and said, look, I have this opportunity at 6 buildings, we shouldn't let this go by, we were able to respond really quickly because we were working with banks and foundations that had put the money up and could respond very quickly.
So Ford and Bedford came to Enterprise and asked for a loan to acquire the properties, and we helped them come up with a financing strategy not only to acquire the properties or purchase them, and to put money into them in order to allow them to be rehabilitated and be put into good condition.
Here we are in an apartment that's in current renovation. I'd like to take a look at the floor joists that were being replaced here. Over the years, typically the floor joists get rotted out from leaks. Sanitary waste line, a new copper supplies coming in. New wiring, supporting walls, new beams up on top here.
These buildings have been very good to us. And you feel for the people, you get to know them, you build relationships. Hi, how are you? Is your mom home?
Right here.
Hi, how are you? Do you mind if we come in? Sure. Thank you.
The neighbors are very nice and we feel secure, we comfortable, we feel comfortable, and It was 1981 we came to United States, and this is our first home. Everything is here, like transportation, school, everything, you know, is very convenient. And the neighbor is very nice. The neighborhood we like, yeah.
Well, they have beautiful plants and unique trees that blossom like during the summer. And I like walking my dogs through it sometimes, just taking a look at the scenery.
Well, the school is like, they walk only a couple blocks. It's right there. PS 86, 2 blocks.
The park has a lot of obstacles like to exercise and stuff. And there's a lot of people doing things like barbecues and stuff. And people like to walk around.
I don't let them go too far, but the park here is very secure, so they can walk a couple hours and then come back home.
We could talk about the number of people that we're helping. We hope to help close to 100,000 people with the Acquisition Fund, but behind every one of those numbers is a real family and a real story.
The Hosh family's lived here for many years. They came from Kosovo to escape the war, I believe 7 or 8 years ago.
It's good area, it's good building. We are happy with this building.
I like it here. For 9 years ago, we came here, never had the problem.
It's good.
And the schools are good. They want to see us pass.
We have 4 children.
We never want to move out this building because this was our first building and we like it very much.
If we can't have stable communities where people of all incomes can live, then we're not going to be a success as a city.
Sean Donovan is a model public servant. He's brilliant, he's committed, he's passionate. He's an ideal leader to work with from my vantage point in philanthropy. Thanks so much for calling. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
There were a lot of people helped to put this all together, and then the housing department took a very big leadership role in it. The enterprise community partners worked on it. There were a lot of banks involved and foundations.
The Fordham Bedford transaction was a great transaction for the fund. It allowed Fordham Bedford to acquire properties that would have otherwise become non-affordable, and some of the tenants could have been displaced.
Home is where I want to be, but I guess I'm already there. I come home.
I think one of the most important players is JPMorgan Chase, who is our, we call him, administrative agent. They run the group of private lenders who provide the actual lending money. Charlie Gatewood is an incredibly smart guy who can really bring a group together.
Bankers can do good things for people. I mean, that's contrary to our image, but it is nice to do good things and see things happen that keep people in their homes.
Definitely a guy with a lot of heart.
Local Initiative Support Corporation is a critical partner.
We offer our technical assistance. Myself as a program officer, I actually am a liaison with the nonprofit organization. I kind of like represent them to conventional banks or city agencies or federal agencies to help secure funding.
They are essential to the solution of building affordable housing. And while intermediary sounds like a sort of antiseptic word, what they do is to facilitate.
Hello, this is Alan speaking. We put our name on the line.
Corporation for Supportive Housing. Deirdre, may I help you?
The Corporation for Supportive Housing, CSH, is a national not-for-profit intermediary. Our mission is to prevent and end homelessness by working with communities and government to do so.
Gale Community Services is a non-for-profit social services agency that provides housing and supportive services to the homeless mentally ill. And it so happened that we were leasing a space in the Bronx that we wanted to purchase and see if we could build an additional 50 units there. But we had no money, and the lease was about to expire, and the landlady was saying, well, I need money right away. If you want to buy from me, you have to do it very quickly.
CSH was able to lend Gale both the bulk of the money through the acquisition fund and then also a small 5% loan to cover their borrower's equity participation.
It happened so quickly. Within a matter of a couple of months, we had a letter from CSH saying, we have approved your loan. So it was just like a miracle, and we were very excited.
This is home.
do get to see the benefits of the work of the Rockefeller Foundation and of this fund. And there is nothing more gratifying than having a new homeowner or a new renter testify about housing, what that means in a person's life, in a family's life, because at the end of the day, that's what's needed.
I was worried when they were planning to sell the building because I was used to living here in this neighborhood and I liked it here because I lived here all my life.
We scared. Very scared.
Yeah,
Maybe
we were scared.
maybe it's not going high the rent.
We didn't want them to sell the building because it's a very good building.
If the acquisition fund weren't there, you could see them not only getting pushed out and having to move away from their communities, some of them could end up on the streets.
Here we are in a renovated kitchen. As you can see, brand new oak cabinets, new Formica countertops, all new ceramic tiles, new ceramic 24-inch vanity. Besides every window, we have a new AC outlet and a regular utility outlet here.
The difference between us being able to use a fund like the acquisition fund and trying to do this completely on our own is the difference in whether it would happen or not.
It's very good, the bathroom. Everything is new, everything is good. We're happy for this bathroom.
Everything is new walls, windows, doors. It's not expensive, but it's money. I am very happy. I love it. I never change it.
Thank you very much.
In a lot of the country today, the market has weakened to a degree we haven't seen probably since the Great Depression. But the acquisition fund can be useful in that kind of market as well. In fact, we're already using it in other cities and here in New York to try to buy in large quantities foreclosed homes from banks. By using the acquisition fund to buy up these properties quickly, renovate them, and sell them to homeowners that can afford them, we can end up having a dramatic impact on those surrounding communities. So even though it's a different problem than we originally faced in New York, the acquisition fund can be a great tool for the current housing crisis that the rest of the country is facing as well.
Home is where I want to be. Pick me up and turn me round. I feel numb, born with a weak heart. I guess I must be having fun.
For the visionaries, I'm Sam Waterston.
So speak your mind, 'cause every dream deserves a chance to live forever. Join the flow, the stream of all ideas, in the search to find, to come to some solution. You're not alone, 'cause every dream deserves the chance to live forever. Now, in the search to find, to come to some solution. You're not alone, 'cause every dream deserves a chance to live forever.
Visionaries is brought to you in partnership with Harvard University's Ash Institute for Democratic Governance. Additional funding provided by Helen D. Groom Beatty Trust, a Mellon Mid-Atlantic charitable trust.